Greetings, brothers. Welcome to the Blood Angels Commander channel.
Okay, good evening. This show is going to be done with zero production value. If I sound weird, it is because I am literally hanging from way too many drinks last night. It was my wife's 40th birthday last night. I was honestly 50-50 about doing this show because I feel like ass. But here we go. We're going to do it. We're just going to look at 4 lists. That's about as much as I can cope with tonight. But welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm going to wait for you guys to tell me you can hear me, and then we'll get fired into the show. Hello, Alex. Hello, Mike. Nice to see you always as useful as usual. Hello, Bad Francis. Hello, Living Ghost. Wally. Hello, Wally. New to Warhammer, been watching your videos, picked up the Blood Angels Combat Patrol and some paints today. Excited to get going. Welcome, Wally. Nice to see new faces. I think I did a video about how to build your first list from Combat Patrol. So, you know, we're at a point in this edition of Warhammer where I think I've done videos on just about everything. Someone was on my comment section on Friday saying, like, why have you done another video that isn't about Blood Angels? Because I covered the Raven Guard video on Friday, which I really want to cover Raven Guard because if you haven't looked at that detachment, it's super strong and like loads of people are raving about it, right? I wanted to show just how strong it was. And I replied and said, we're like 2.5 years into this edition. I've literally made every video about every Blood Angels unit, every army, every detachment, every enhancement. If there is something I've missed that you need a video on, I can make it. But that's why I did Raven Guard on Friday. That's why I covered, apparently, the Iron Hands. I don't know if the Iron Hands rules were released this weekend. Like I said, I was literally haven't been on my phone this entire weekend because I've been away with the wife. But I saw like one comment saying Iron Hands are going to be good for Terminators. So I might do a video on the Iron Hands detachment if that's going to be good. But yeah, so if there's, I bet you're very chill and a happy drunk. Yeah, I'm pretty happy when I'm drunk. If you've never, how can you not know that, man? Come to the New Year live streams. We do like a drinking stream every New Year, and I always end up getting absolutely wasted. It's like my best stream of the year because everybody super chats. We do it every year, honestly. Where are my goddamn Terminator assault box? That didn't go in pre-order yet, right? It's just the regular. It's just the regular Jump Captain with the Iron Thunderhammer that went on sale today. Iron Hands and White Scars are with the influencers. Art of War have gone over them. All right, yeah, because I don't get any early rules. I don't get. I'm not an influencer. I just talk. I'm a wildling every New Year's stream, singing sea shanties. God, I don't think I sang last year. We did sing a little bit yesterday. We usually sing Flower of Scotland. Maybe we sing that, do we? Alright, anyway, we're going to look at some army lists. Nice to see you all in chat, you guys. I've missed you. Sorry I wasn't live last night, obviously. I don't drink very often, man. But yeah, no, I mean, when I do drink, it always gets out of control. It's like that 1-2 out of control. You know, like have 1 beer, have 2 beers, and then there's no in between 2 beers and all the drinks. All right, we're looking at a 1,500 point list by Benjamin Stewart. Someone has asked me this week actually if they could look at 1,500 point lists because a few stores, I guess, play 1,500 points. Thanks, Mike. I influence all of you. Alright, we've got Captain with the Relic Shield Thunderhammer. Jump Captain. We've got Chaplain with Speed of the Primarch. We've got Chaplain with a Jump Pack and a Power Fist. We've got Mephiston. This is Liberator Assault Group, okay. We have an Impulsor. Thanks, guys. I'll tell her. My wife likes coming on the New Year streams as well, actually. I think you guys like seeing my wife on the stream just because she just I don't know, we bicker or something. It's quite funny sometimes. Okay. Assault Intercessor with Jump Pack, good unit and lag. Ballistus Dreadnought, very common. Blade Guard Squad, 6, very common. 5 Death Company Marines with Jump Packs. I mean, attached to a Chaplain with a Jump Pack for +1 to wound, I think it's totally fine. Squad of Infiltrators, 2 small squads of Sanguinary Guard. Spears in one, blades in the other. And a Vindicator tank. I mean, seems like a pretty good 1,000-1,500 point list to me. You've got a Lone Operative in Mephiston. You've got a Fight First Blade Guard unit. You've got a lead unit of Sanguinary Guard with a Captain. You've got the Ballistus and a Vindicator tank for some fire support. You've got Infiltrators for the home field objective. You can put a unit of Assault Intercessors in reserve. The Blade Guard inside an Impulsor. I mean, this is a great list. Like, there's not much. I'm building up to a GT next summer. Alright, so you're a new player. You're building up. You're spending 1,500 points. You've kind of covered all the bases here, right? Like, I mean, I would prefer double Vindicator over a Vindicator and Ballistus, but again, it's 1,500 points, that's fine. I would like a unit of Scouts, but you can do actions with your Jump Intercessors, so that's probably fine. You can probably do actions with your Impulsor as well. You can probably do an action if you have to with Mephiston. Yeah, I honestly don't have very much negative to say about this list. Alex, thanks so much for being a member for 14 months. I appreciate that. Is anyone running a Stormspeeder Thunderstrike? I finally got round to build one yesterday. I think the Stormspeeder can be good, Foz. The Thunderstrike is the expensive variant. The variant that I think a lot of people are making work at the moment is the variant that strips cover. The Thunderstrike gives you the +1 to wound, which I can be good, I guess. But the variant that seems to be more prevalent, I would say, is the one that strips cover. Because if you combo it with things like Plasma Inceptors, AP3, now they ignore cover. Very good. You combo it with a Vindicator tank, AP3, now they ignore cover. You'd be surprised at how much better Plasma Inceptors and Vindicators get when you get to ignore cover, right? Hammer Strikes hit real hard? Do they? They only have like 2 missiles. Oh, 2 missiles at strength 9 and 3 melta shots. Oh, and a strength 9 grenade. Okay, so you get 6 strength 9 shots. Strength 9's weird number though, isn't it? It's like, if you're strength 9, what are you actually trying to kill? Like, transports and elites? I mean, I guess you can end up shooting it against vehicles and hope that you spike a couple of 5s and then remove cover. But you only have 6 shots, so you hit on 3, so you only actually make 4 hits. So if you're winning on 5s, that's pretty rubbish. Oh, you get 2 grenades because they've got 2 launchers. Okay, my bad. 2 crack storm launchers. Okay, you get 1 extra grenade. It only does D3. AP1. Evening, Hackney Phoenix, how are you? I wanted to join the Discord, but the link doesn't work. Are you sure the link doesn't work? James, thank you so much for becoming a battle brother. I appreciate it. The Discord link seems to work fine. For me, it's in the chat. I just put it in the chat. Okay. No, I think this 1,500 point list is totally fine. That's what I would aim for. The only thing that could maybe change is you could, and it's like you could try and remove the infiltrators for a unit of intercessors. You could try and remove Mephiston and have like a unit of scouts and a combi weapon lieutenant or something like that. If you change the infiltrators into intercessors, but I don't know if it's a big enough change to be meaningful. And I think 1500 points is not a game mode I've got a ton of experience in. So I think in general, all the units you've picked in this list are good. There's synergies in them. I'd try it. I'd try it and come back to me. Tell me what you think. Now that we have the Iron Hands and the White Scars detachment, can we do an army list show that is all Space Marine Codex detachments only? No lag and no Angelic Inheritors. What exactly do you mean, Alex? You want a show where there's no Blood Angels lists? Or you want a show where it's Blood Angels, but not the typical 2 detachments we cover every week? Explain yourself. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate that. Mike says he's been missing the streams. I'm sorry, Mike. Yeah, I haven't... I've missed a couple of streams this last month. I had my birthday like 2 weeks ago, and then had my wife's birthday. Should be back to a bit more of a regular schedule for at least the next couple of weeks. Alright, James Eastley, I think, is the next list we're going to look at tonight, and it's also Liberator Assault Group. And it's 2,000 points, and it's attempted to be... it's attempted to be a durable Liberator Assault Group list. Okay. Not too many people make durable Liberator Assault Group lists. I do think they're good. Captain of the Jump Pack, Chaplain with Fight First, another Chaplain, and a Sangre Priest. Alright, so you got 10 Assault Intercessors. I imagine they're with the Sangre Priest. I'm probably going to do a video on these guys soon. As one of the combos that I haven't covered for a while, Sangre Priest. So keep a lookout for that. I'll probably make a video on them soon. Just because the Sangre Priest, I think, used to be 90 points. He's 75 now. We also have 5 more Assault Intercessors. We've got the Intercessors times 2 on foot. I feel like that's probably too many troop choices. And they're definitely not durable troop choices, right? You've got the Blade Guard times 2. Oh, we've got 2 Chaplains, okay. You've got 2 Lancers, you've got Infiltrators, you've got 2 Outriders, you've got 6 Sangre Guard, you've got a unit of Scouts times 2. Oh, what's all this stuff at the bottom? Okay, 150. Is something messed up here? Why is there all this extra stuff at the bottom? I'm gonna have to add this list up. Calculator. I was gonna say, it's only when I'm hungover that people send weird lists, isn't it? That's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay, 80, what? Jesus. Okay, try again. 70 plus 85 plus 60 plus 75 plus 150 plus 75 plus 160 plus the 2 units of Blade Guard, 170, 170. The 2 Lancers, 320. The Infiltrators and the 2 Outriders, 260. The 2 Sangre Guard. Then the 2 Scouts. Alright, this stuff below is just junk. Alright, this is interesting because I've tried to make it more durable, right? Like, for me personally, I don't see durability in this list. Durability for Blood Angels, in my opinion, it probably comes from Impulsors, Company Heroes, Vindicator tanks. What else have we got that's crazy durable? Like, Lancers aren't durable. I wouldn't say Blade Guard are overly durable. Outriders, maybe Outriders are a little bit durable for their 80 points. Scouts aren't durable. Intercessors aren't durable. It's an interesting list. It doesn't have durability. It has 1 unit of Sangry Guard and 2 units of Blade Guard as... thank you so much for subscribing, Brute. And 2 units of Blade Guard is like the melee powerhouse, and then I guess the 10 Assault Intercessors and the Sangry Priest. Okay, hold on. Lots of belated birthdays coming in. Thanks, guys. I want to see more variants of Blood Angels army lists. Blood Angels Stormlands, Blood Angels Gladius. Don't forget Toughness 6 Gravis. Are Gravis really durable? Because I keep playing Inceptors every week, and they get blown off the board so damn quickly. Like, I don't know if I feel like Gravis Marines are durable. Maybe Heavy Intercessors, because they get the extra plus to save. Wall, thanks for subscribing. But, like, regular Gravis Marines, Intercessors, Aggressors... Sorry, Inceptors and Aggressors? They don't feel durable to me. I mean, Toughness 6 helps a bit, but it's not massive, right? Yeah. This list to me probably feels like... If you're going to play Liberator Assault Group, one of your best units, or if not the best unit you can take, is Jump Intercessors yeah, just Jump Intercessors, right? They are like literally the best unit, or one of the best. The cheapest, for the damage they can do and the cheapness of that unit, they are amazing. And I think if you're playing Liberator Assault Group, you want to have at least one, maybe even almost by default, 15, 3 squads of 5 Jump Intercessors. Like, you can get away from them, you don't have to take them. But when I see, like, Assault Intercessors on foot, and 2 regular Intercessor squads on foot, and 2 units of Scouts, I'm like, I could get rid of a unit of Scouts, and a unit of Intercessors, and a unit of Assault Intercessors on foot. I can instantly replace them with like 2 units of Jump Intercessors, which are just much more useful and much better trading pieces. And I probably still have, because that would be 75, 80, 1 plus Scouts, 235. So I would still have like 75 points. Maybe 65. Like I said, I'm pretty hungover. I'm not mathing too great today. Gravis was great when there was just not so much D3 durable weapons. No, that's true. Gravis when Gravis Marines first came out, they were much more durable, that's for sure. So, Alex, the problem with your idea, right? Like, it's not that I wouldn't want to do an army list show where we cover other detachments from Liberator Assault Group. But, like, if you, like, look at, like, this is this weekend games played in tournaments. 87 games were played with Angelic Inheritors. 235 games were played with Liberator Assault Group. 1 player. So, in the tournament scene this week, there were 69 players playing Blood Angels in tournaments this weekend. 1 player didn't play those 2 detachments. So, it's hard to do an army list show that doesn't focus on those 2 detachments when all that people are playing is those 2 detachments. Now, someone asked wish list for 10th edition. My wish list for 10th edition is to have all 4 detachments in the Blood Angels book playable competitively. Because, well, I don't know if we're getting 4 detachments next edition, but more than 1. Because originally in our book, there is only 1 competitive detachment. It's called Liberator Assault Group. The other 2 suck. No one plays Angelic Host because it's a shooting detachment. Like, it's flat out a shooting detachment. And no one plays Lost Brethren because most of the Death Company models stink. Well, the models don't stink, the rules stink. Yeah, so I think in this list I would try and get rid of some of the doubles and Assault Intercessors, some of these Assault Intercessors on foot, some of the Scouts. Things you could add that would be better: jump intercessors. I might even replace one unit outriders with an impulsor. If you're going to take 12 blade guard and you're going to attach blade guards to characters, which I think you have done here, attaching them to the chaplains, then that unit wants an impulsor really, really badly. And like, every time I go to a tournament with more than one or two impulsors, I seem to do better than not having the impulsors. I think I'm probably going to be playing impulsors in every Space Marine detachment I have, because they're a unit that your opponents just don't want to waste time killing. Because they're hard to kill with their 5-up influence save and toughness 9. Point for point, they're really valuable. And like, people just don't want to shoot them. They just linger around and they score points, and people just don't want to shoot them. Brute says, as someone just getting into 40k / Blood Angels, I just want to stop by and give you huge thanks for all your work. Brute, thanks for stopping by and welcome to the hobby. I appreciate that. We're here every week, every Sunday night, if you ever have questions, or if you get round to making your first army list. Yeah, so I think that this isn't a durable lag list, in my opinion. Like, I feel like I need to say that my opinion is my opinion. You're welcome to tell me my opinion is dog shit, but I think if you're trying to make this durable, lose some of the junk, double scouts. You got 2 units that are screaming out for impulsors. If you don't own impulsors, get some, because they're so friggin' good. Like, it's just like, if you know, for 80 points, the amount of times that my opponent spends like whole turn shooting at impulsors, like their entire army shooting into an impulsor. It's like, cool. If you shoot your entire army and you kill an impulsor for 80 points, I feel great. You know, because like I just shoot your whole army at a model I don't care about, and then all my blade guard pop out in the middle of the board at full health, ready to charge you. You know. Okay. Do you reckon we'll get more Grotmist detachments this year, says James. I don't know what they'll do, James, but what they have done for the last 6 months of 9th edition, they did that. Was it called was it Arcs of Omen? Was that 9th edition? For the last 6 months of the edition, but like, everybody knows 11th edition is coming next summer. So what they did for the last 6 months is they put in some crazy rules. I don't know if it'll be Grotmist detachments, but I'm kind of hoping they put in some crazy rules for the last 6 months. Because at the end of 9th edition, you were able to put in, like, Gilliman was able to come in a Blood Angels army. And Gilliman's bonuses stacked with 9th edition. So, like, in 9th edition, Gilliman gave +1 to charge. You could still be a Blood Angels army. You could soup it up, as they call it, where you, like, it was called, like, Imperium Soup, where you take lots of different Imperium models and you put them into one list, and that's soup, because it's like, you know, you're throwing everything together. Do I review 1k lists? Yeah, if you put in a 1k list, I'll review it. And yeah, so you got the +1 to charge with Gilliman, and you could stack that with the +1 to charge from Blood Angels. So you essentially got +2 to all your charge ranges. So even with with a double 1, you were still getting to do like a 4.9-inch charge. It was pretty crazy, actually. Have I built my 3rd impulsor yet? Yes, it's like half built. I just can't figure out a list, Alex, where I run 3 impulsors. That's my problem. Like, I always run 2. And I've had a couple of tournaments where I've run 1, but the tournaments I've done best at, I've run 2. And I always, like, my list at the moment is just 2 impulsors. My list in the last tournament I did in January was 2 impulsors. I just really like them, and I run 2 a lot. But no, I haven't figured out if I need a 3rd impulsor, right? Because by the time you put a unit in both of them, you're like at 400 points, I guess, right? And it's like, it feels like a lot of eggs in the impulsor thing. It's time to build a list starting with 3. We could build a list starting with 3. I think Mike was running like 6 impulsors or something. I think he actually won games with 6 impulsors. All right, more crossovers is our next army list for tonight. He's saying, I thought I would post this list after some interesting discussions on the Discord. It leans into the meta with a few favourable twists, which may or may not ruin its synergy. All right, well, we'll have a look. We are on 62 live viewers. We are on 18 likes tonight. So if you like the fact that I still showed up to do this stream hungover, then you could do me a favour and hit the like button on the stream. I would appreciate it. All right, we have an apothecary, as is, I guess. A Captain Gravis who is coming back to life. I was thinking about running a Gravis Captain with come back to life, because with his half damage, the coming back to life with 3 wounds, I guess, is worth a bit more, right? You have a captain with a jump pack, you have another captain with a jump pack with Ignore Overwatch, and you have Mephiston. Okay. Why am I hungover? It was the wife's 40th birthday last night, dude. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I was drunk by like 6 o'clock and we were out till after midnight, you know. I felt pretty rough this morning, you know. Like, not long for this world this morning. You got 2 squads of intercessors, so we're going to do double sticky objectives. We've got Desolation Squad. I think you want to attach a character to the Desolation Squad, because I think if you do, you would get to reroll hits and wounds of 1, which you don't have here, because I assume the Apothecary is attached to the Hellblasters, but maybe not. Maybe you attach the Apothecary to the Desolation Marines. I wish you'd written that in the comment at the top of the list. You've got the Plasma Inceptors, you've got the 6 Sanguinary Guard with blades, you got 3 Sanguinary Guard with blades. I would switch this up. I would have 1 with blades, 1 with spears. I think I like the blades on the 6, and then you'll use the stratagem for +1 to wound and lethal hits on the 6. I like Land Raider for fire power transport. Yeah, I mean, the Land Raider is a good unit, but it's also kind of a bullet magnet, right? And I think the lack of invulnerable save can hurt it quite badly. If the Land Raider had like a 4-up or a 5-up, I guess it could get a lot more play. You have a unit of scouts, and then we have the double Vindicator tank. Should I be a member to send a list to review? Don't have to be, but you will get reviewed quicker if you are a member, yes. Okay, I mean, this seems like a kind of solid Angelic Inheritors list. Again, it comes down to, like, so I play something, like, I play 9 Sanguinary Guard and Angelic Inheritors, I play 2 Vindicator tanks, I play a squad of scouts, I play Inceptors, I play Hellblasters, I play regular Intercessors, I play Mephiston, I play 2 captains with a jump pack, I play an Apothecary. So the only difference between this and my list is he's a Gravis Captain that comes back to life, he has the 2nd squad of Intercessors, and he had Desolation Marines. What do I have that's different? My list that's different is I have 2 Impulsors and a 2nd squad of Hellblasters. And then I have Inquisitor Cotiez to farm CP and remove enemy cover. Like I said, I think if you're going to run Inceptors and Vindicator tanks that are AP3, they actually get a lot of value from Ignore Cover, because Ignore Cover basically keeps them at AP3, whereas if the enemy ever has cover, then it's AP2, and then before you know it, they can put a stratagem, and then it's AP1, and it's not that exciting, right? Apothecaries can attach to Desolation Marines. Yeah, so in this list, I think he probably has the Apothecary attached to the Desolation Marines, but the Apothecaries with Hellblasters are great as well, because the Hellblasters shoot on death and then come back to life from the Apothecary, you know, like, it's a cool synergy. Your guys' Angelic Inheritors lists are very different from mine. Yeah, well, I think Angelic Inheritors is a difficult detachment to play, and one of the things that I found in Angelic Inheritors is, like, I was running it with the 3 squads of 3 Sanguinary Guard, and I guess I was running it with, like, more jump intercessors and stuff like that, and what I kept finding was I couldn't hold objectives in a meaningful way. Because I would, like, park a unit of Sanguinary Guard on an objective, they just get shot off and killed. So I was really struggling, I feel like, to hold any objective that was out with cover. And that's why I started putting in impulsors. And I feel like in the early game, I can just roll impulsors onto objectives and hold them, and it's not a big deal. And I have played Death Guard twice now with this Angelic Inheritors and won twice. So, I don't know if I rate Desolation Marines, I'll be completely honest with you. Indirect fire hitting on 4s doesn't seem that exciting. It's strength 4, it's no AP. Most people are going to get a cover save against it. I don't think Desolation Marines for 200 points do enough damage with their indirect fire. So then you have to argue they need to be out so people can see things with crack missiles. Desolations are good on the right table. Yeah, I guess if you've got Desolations, 6 inches off the ground on a backfield bit of terrain, maybe there's something to be said there. But personally, I've seen a few people do well with Desolation Marines. I have 15 of them. I don't run them at all. I don't know if I rate them. I would rather, like, the cost of a Desolation Marine unit for 200 points, I would rather have an Impulsor with 5 Hellblasters in it. Because I just think that can, like, I can drive my Impulsor into the objective, I can shoot you 10 times with overcharged plasmas. My Impulsor probably doesn't die from that, because it probably takes 3 mortal wounds from a hazardous roll. And then, when you finally do kill my Impulsor, all my 5 Hellblasters pop out, they shoot again, they shoot on death. There's lots you can do. And I just don't know if I rate the indirect fire from the Desolation Marines. I guess if you're playing against Eldari or something, and they've got toughness 3 guys standing on an objective, then maybe the indirect fire can be a bit annoying for them. But, like, is it annoying enough? I don't know. I really don't know. I've played against Desolation Marines a few times, right? Like, I played against Dark Angels and they had some Desolation Marines. I think I played against Ultramarines and they had Desolation Marines. They plink off a few wounds, but I think I'd rather have something that can actually get out there and do some fighting. How can I submit my list? At the end of this stream, you put your list like this format, this text format. You just dump it in the comments to the stream, man, and we'll get you on in a future. We'll get you on in a future episode. Lime Killer says, "Hey John, that was my fight first list with the aggressors last week. You suggested upgrading the repulsor to Land Raider. Unfortunately, the only Land Raider holds 6 Gravis bodies, and the unit has 7. Oh, right, the regular Land Raider only holds 6. That's annoying. Yeah, the Redeemer is probably too expensive at the moment as well. Yeah. Oh, well, sorry for the bad advice, Lime Killer. Pity. It's a pity. I mean, repulsors are still fine, just Land Raiders are a lot more durable. Like, against low AP weaponry, the difference is massive, but I guess maybe people don't shoot low AP weaponry at Land Raiders, so maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, so most of the stuff in this list is totally fine. Like, I'm running 90% of this list. Like, my list is like 3 units different. The Gravis Captain is different. The second squad of Intercessor is different. The Desolation Marines is different. My question is, in this list, what have you got that's super durable that you can put on objectives? That can take enemy fire? And my answer is not much. You can try and do Under the Shadow of the Great Wing if they're not 18 inches away, but that's easier said than done. A lot of people know that they can get with an 18. So, repulsors are a 3-up save. So yeah, my gut here is to say it's close, but add something that's durable that can go out and sit on an objective in turn 1. The Crusader's gunfire is total crap, yeah. It's absolutely, it's complete dog shit. The Crusader kills nothing. I have a feeling that Land Raiders might go to Legends next edition. Twin Assault Cannon is such a bad weapon. It's a pity, because for years Twin Assault Cannon was a great weapon. Now it's terrible. I honestly think it was better when it was 611 over 60 dev wounds. But then it wasn't twin linked before, right? So it would have been like 12 shots, 611. Yeah, I think at 12, 611 it's so much better than 601 dev wounds twin linked. And then Hurricane Bolters. Hurricane Bolters are an okay weapon if you have +1 to wound. Like Hurricane Bolters, twin linked in Ultramarines are probably totally fine. But in anything else, they're not that great. Hey, loads of super chats tonight. Benjamin, thank you so much. You've got the Combi Weapon Lieutenant coming next week. Oh, cool. Yeah, the Combi Weapon Lieutenant is a nightmare for opponents to deal with. Just remember he has stealth, because I used him for like 6 months. Like, I used him to multiple tournaments, and it was only after I was using him for 6 months I was like, oh my god, this guy has stealth. It doesn't come up all that much, right? Because normally you can't shoot him if they're not within 12 inches, because he's a lone op. But when they do get within 12 and then they start shooting him, he does also have stealth. And I was like, god damn it. The amount of times this guy's died to shooting attacks when I probably could have made my opponent -1 to hit with the stealth. Thanks for the super chat, I appreciate it. Twin linked I think is okay. Like, twin linked as a rule is okay. It's just, it hasn't worked for some weapons. Assault cannons and onslaught cannons, I think, have been huge letdowns this edition. I think possibly assault cannons and onslaught cannons came out right at the start of the edition as well. And because they came out super early, power creep is a thing, right? Alright, Mr. Qbot is our final list for tonight. He just wanted to say that have been great help to his 40k strategy. That's very kind, thank you, dude. Alright, we've got some notes at the bottom. We are playing Liberator Assault Group again with a Rage Captain, Dante, Lamartez, and a Librarian with Icon of the Angel. I think Icon of the Angel is dog shit. I wouldn't ever use it. The reason I think it's bad is because it only affects, like, infantry. Yeah, each time an enemy unit, excluding monsters and vehicles, with an engagement range of the bearer's unit is selected to fall back, models and units must take desperate escape. So, excuse me. The thing is, like, if you're fighting things in combat with Blood Angels, you're usually killing a bunch of them. Desperate escape is only like a 1 in 3 chance to kill the model. So if they're going to fall back, let's say 5 infantry guys, you're paying 20 points to kill 1 infantry. Maybe once a game, right? Maybe. Some games it won't come up at all. It just seems like a really poor enhancement. If it was everything fell back, maybe. But it's no monsters and vehicles. And the smaller things, you're probably going to have killed a bunch of them anyway. So they're probably falling back like 2 guys. If they're falling back 2 guys, you only have a 16% chance to kill 1 of them. I don't know why you'd spend points on Icon of the Angel. I just think it's probably the worst enhancement Liberator Assault Group has. I just wouldn't pick it for anything. Yeah, it's the worst enhancement they have. Because Speed the Primarch is good. Gifted Foresight is pretty good. Rage Fueled is pretty good. Icon of the Angel is just filler. Like, don't ever pick it. 10 Assault Intercessor on foot and 2... A lot of people are running a lot of Battle Line this week. I don't know why. I really think you need 1 Battle Line unit. I run 1 Battle Line unit in my armies. I've actually in this edition ran 0 Battle Line units. I mean, Battle Line units are cheap, but they're not great. You know? With 2 Jump Intercessor squads, we've got 2 Ballistic Dreadnoughts, we've got the 10-man Death Company with jump packs, they'll be with Lamartez. We've got a squad of Eradicators, a squad of Infiltrators, we've got 6 Sanguinary Guard, they will be with Dante. And then we've got 5 Stern Guard Veterans. He's got Eradicators because he thinks they're awesome. Dante will be in my list eternally, no matter how much... Yeah, okay, you'll always pick Dante. Some people like to always take Dante. I know Assault Intercessors plus Librarian are nowhere ideal, but to be honest, I painted them, so I'm now using them. This might change after I finish the rest of my army. Yeah, I mean, a Librarian with Assault Intercessors, get that changed. Because it's not good. I don't even know what the Librarian brings them buff-wise, actually. What does the Librarian even bring them? Like a 4-up invuln? Yeah, 4-up invuln and a 4-up feel no pain against psychic attacks. It's very average, and Icon of the Angel is definitely not a good pick here. Again, this list screams out that it wants an Impulsor, right? Like, Liberator Assault Group with an Impulsor. You've got Sternguard that have a Captain. Like, the Sternguard plus the Captain are going to be 10 times more effective if they have an Impulsor over this second unit of Intercessors. So, I'd get rid of this unit of Intercessors for sure for an Impulsor. Like, that is the easiest win. Makes this list, like, probably twice as good just instantly. Because you can just push that Impulsor super far forward in turn 1. You can sit on an objective. You can threaten a counter charge. And your Sternguard and your Captain can't be shot. Right? Like, it's just a great play. Dante is probably not super optimal anymore, but you can have him. That's fine. A unit sticky objective, guys, is fine. You might be better switching out this Librarian for a Sanguinary Priest, honestly, to get the extra AP on these guys' chain swords and the 5-up feel no pain. That might be more valuable. If you want to run Eradicators, that's fine, run them. They're not super meta, but because they reroll hits, wounds, and damage into vehicles, I think they're actually kind of fine. Yeah, the other thing you could say is by having those Eradicators, you don't have the points for Scouts. A lot of people would take Scouts. Scouts are really useful. Yeah, I mean, it feels like you got 2 melee threats in this list. The Sanguinary Guard and the Death Company. I think you need like a 3rd melee threat. I don't think it's Assault Intercessors with Librarian. It could be Assault Intercessors with the Sanguinary Priest, that's not too bad. But Blade Guard might be better here. And yeah, if you're dead set on taking Eradicators, you're dead set on taking Eradicators. There's not much we can say to get rid of them, but a better unit, a more popular unit might be... You know, in Liberator Assault Group, it definitely feels like it would be more Sanguinary Guard, more Death Company, more Jump Pack Intercessors. Yeah, is Dante worth the 50 points? 50 points now, is it? How many points is... Where's Dante? He's 120. So he's 45 points more than a Captain. I guess he's getting a few more attacks. Getting like 3 more attacks. But you don't get the free stratagem. I guess if you've got another Captain in your list, you get the free stratagem from the other Captain. I don't know, Dante's an interesting one now because I kind of feel like, while he is okay, I kind of feel like I just want to take the 45 points. Because you can't rely on his Death Mask. I guess +1 to charge still has value, and then in Liberator Assault Group you've got +1 to advance and charge, which I guess also has value. Yeah, Dante's not too bad in Liberator Assault Group, but he's just so expensive, right? Like when a regular Space Marine Captain can do, you know, he gives the whole unit +1 strength, he gives you that free stratagem usage. It's a tough one, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I personally think that you guys are debating the Land Raider Redeemer in the comments. I don't think the Redeemer is worth it. at 275 points. The thing that we don't really speak about when we look at the Redeemer is like just Land Raiders in general are very big. They're hard to hide, and the Redeemer at like 270. I think this is showing you the Grey Knight version, but I think the Space Marine version is 275. Or maybe it's 270, but it's so hard to hide, and it's got so short range. So typically the opponents will be opening up on that Land Raider for multiple turns before you even get in range to shoot. I think it was good earlier in this edition, but like as soon as Knights became strong, it just fell out very quickly. As soon as the Death Guard became strong, it fell out very quickly. I would say that the Battle Shock around Dante does not need played around pound, because it never, like, how many times of 10th edition do you play a game where you basically fail no battle shocks, or you fail one battle shock the entire game? As Space Marines, that happens pretty often, I feel like. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I'll have, like, the odd game where I fail, like, one battle shock the entire game. And yeah, Dante will become clutch, like, every now and again, but it's so infrequent that I think you can't rely on it, right? Like, ironically, I actually had Dante win a tournament for me with, like, a clutch play, but it's so infrequent that it's like, you can't. You know, like in another tournament game, I was like, right, if I jump Dante in here and the Demon Prince fails his Battle Shock test, I'll be able to kill this Demon Prince. But I think if they change his Battle Shock rule to once per game, he just Battle Shocked everything around him, like, automatically. Like, you could actually, use the Death Mask and be like, you are going to be Battle Shocked. I think it would be super great. It would be super powerful, even at once per game, even if it was just one unit and you could rely on it. But the fact that, well, there you go. So Ben was saying it's a 40% chance to roll under a 7. So I generally don't like playing 40k when, or let me rephrase that. I don't like doing actions in the game that have a low percentage probability. For example, I don't drop my units 9 inches away often and go, I'm going to do a 9-inch charge, because I know in my head, even with a reroll, that's less than 50%, right? So it's like, I'm going to try and win a game of 40k on a 9-inch charge, which is less than a 50% roll with a reroll. No, I'm not going to do that, because I know it's a low percentage play. And I think that's the problem that I have with Dante. It's like, you're telling me, okay, so Dante causes Battle Shock 40% of the time. How do I play around that? How do I use that, though? I can't use it. Because it's like, oh, well, if I jump in Dante and there's a 40% chance the unit I need to fail a Battle Shock will fail it, I'm like, well, it doesn't seem like a good chance, right? Like, if I'm trying to win a game, I want to be making 80, 90% plays, right? I want to be making a play that has a 90% success rate. I don't want to be making any play that has a 40% success rate. In a game, so that's my problem with Dante, is right. I genuinely just try and make high percentage plays. Like, yeah, I think that's just what I would probably say. Like, I try and make, I think you win more games by making those high percentage plays. And the only time you make the low percentage plays, the only time you even try and make the low percentage plays, is when you're, like, grasping at straws. They're the equivalent of a Hail Mary in American football, right? We're just going to fucking throw the football 80 yards down the pitch, and maybe we win the game, maybe we don't. You know? That's what a 9-inch charge is. Because when the receiver and the attacker jump up together, and they're both trying to catch the same ball, that's a 9-inch charge for you, right? That's Dante's Battle Shock aura, in my opinion. My opinions are sometimes wrong, but that is my opinion. Guys, it's been nice hanging out. If you can't tell, this is a shorter video tonight. I was up way too late last night. I had way too many drinks and I feel terrible. So I will see you this week, probably Wednesday night for a battle. Probably back at some point this week as well with a live stream of painting. Enjoy your evening. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like if you did enjoy the stream, and if you didn't, you can dislike it because hey, you can just say it's a shit stream. John was hungover. That's fair. That's fair. I was 50-50 if I was even going to go live. So have a nice evening. I can't even speak, man. Have a nice evening. Have a great day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.